GPT-4 has just been released, and the coins under the AI category within crypto are doing very well here over the last 24 hours. So what we're going to see here is that every time we get a big release from one of these major tech companies, whether it is OpenAI here or others coming to this race, we're hearing the sounds of Apple making moves into AI. Well, each time this does happen, it provides a brand new catalyst for this category of crypto coins to go on a bit of a tear. So definitely an industry you can't take your eyes off, with some amazing opportunities within it. So let's have a little look at GPT-4 here. So this is Sam Altman. He is the CEO of OpenAI, the guys behind ChatGPT. As we know, ChatGPT released around the 30th of November last year, and this caused the first run in AI coins. Now we're up to version 4 here. Version 3 itself I've played around with quite extensively and was very impressed with. They also have DALL-E as well, but this latest update is even better. So the major updates here, it's boasting impressive performance improvements, highlighted by top-level scores that the company said it achieved on a variety of standardized tests, including the bar exam, variety of other examinations in the USA. It's been passing with flying colors, 88, 90%, scores on a variety of tests. And of course, not without any backlash, people just saying that's pure plagiarism, but it shows you the depth of knowledge that this bot has already. And as we know with AI, it is continuously learning. So in a way, slightly scary, but at the same time, innovation is going to continue to innovate. So within this, they talk about some of the pitfalls here. So Sam Altman came out and pretty much said, look, this isn't the finished article. He's quoted as saying it is still flawed, still limited, and it seems it's more impressive on first use than it does after you spend more time with it, but they're essentially looking for a load of feedback on it right now. So this just came out. We know Microsoft invested $10 billion into ChatGPT. They've now got it inside the Bing search engine. And so this industry is just going to go from strength to strength. Major investors behind it, integrations with all the biggest companies out there. Everyone is getting an AI strategy. So what has ChatGPT-4 been doing, and what are the new parameters? Well, previously ChatGPT-3 had 175 billion parameters, the small little dot on the screen there, and then the large dot here, 100 trillion parameters for GPT-4. So you can expect a lot more innovation to come and many headlines to be formed around the AI narrative over the course of the years ahead. This is going to mean consistent bubbles in the crypto industry for AI sector. So first exemplar of ChatGPT-4, this guy here, got it to propose the code for a game of Pong, as you can see there. He asks it, I want to build a game of Pong. What's the best code to use it? It suggests HTML4, then gives him the code for that. He then goes to a program called Replit, uses Replit to execute that code. And then you can see the demo there. It produces a game of Pong. In comparison to ChatGPT-3, he suggests from his thread, there were quite a few bugs that needed to be sorted through or ironed out. But with GPT-4, it gave him a working game straight off the bat. Then we have a crypto personality, Connor, who dumped an Ethereum contract into GPT-4, and it did manage to actually highlight some of the vulnerabilities within that code. Now, this is a code called Ponzi Token V3, and it was hacked back in 2018. So the AI bot was able to establish that this was a hack that stole 866 Ether previously. Now, this may not be all that impressive due to the fact, of course, it's looking back through its memory. It can see that this was a previously hacked contract. And so, of course, it may not be great for auditing new contracts or anything like that. But what this does show us is if we can feed it more and more vulnerable contracts that we already have the remedies to, it could be used as some form of first initial auditing period to ensure that these contracts don't have any major flaws that we've seen before. And in DeFi, as of late, there's been tons of hacks. So those just two examples of how ChatGPT-4 has been used over this first 24 hours of it going live. And then here we can see on my short list of AI coins over the last 24 hours, some big double-digit percentage gains across the board. Now, I did want to highlight within this, some of these tokens, especially the smallest cap ones, could well be kind of slow rug pulls, that kind of thing where development really doesn't have a true end goal and the developers are just there for the money grab. So this is something that I've actually noticed as of late, or at least I think I have. And so I wanted to highlight two on here. So one that I've been impressed with and I invested into. So the first one is Pix AI down here. And what I've noticed with this over the last 4 to 6 weeks, since that initial first bubble for all these these AI coins, they have been really busy actually building things out, improving what they already offer, which is essentially a Telegram and Twitter bot that can produce images and also video content as well. And they're also moving towards building out their own dApp that should be released in the next few weeks. So this one to me is a good example of an AI token that has a small market cap that is actually building during the periods where the market got a little bit boring. Of course, the market was selling off over the previous 3-4 weeks, but they were still building in the background here. Seems like a genuine business. They've also got an actual business model as well, teaming up with other projects to actually produce NFTs. The dApp itself will have the ability to instruct the bot to create, say, collections of 5,000 or 10,000 PFPs, and then with a single click be able to mint them directly on OpenSea. So this one is showing serious signs of promise here, even from an early stage company. And so I'll leave the link to this one down below because it is just ticking quite a few boxes here. But as I say, of course, still early doors. This is the chart which kind of reflects the fact that they have been building. You can see from the bottom trend line there, putting in higher lows on the way up there, still price being capped towards the top of that range there, but some promise nonetheless. Then we have another one that I've been tracking called Evo AI or Evolve AI. And you can see straight off the bat from this chart, this was a low that, you know, if you're bullish, it had to hold, but it's actually making lower and lower lows. So this one, as I came to do a bit of an overview here of it, it essentially uses programs like Stable Diffusion, kind of puts its own token over the top of it, not that innovative. And they've really only been tweeting when there's been hype in the market. This is a bit of a nothing burger here in terms of that tweet. So a little bit of a red flag in my mind. And they have a very similar model to the likes of Pix AI or Imagine AI, the other one, that also produces these Telegram chatbots that are able to produce images for you. So I think this one just could be a copy paste of others in this sector. And judging by the chart, it seems that the market is kind of sniffing that out and saying, look, we're calling bullshit on this one. Then over on Binance, you can see most of the major gainers today, AGIX, which is Singularity Net, PHB, another AI-based blockchain. IQ, that is another one that is in the AI industry. And of course, FET, which always follows Singularity Net. They've all been pumping over the last 24 hours here off the GPT update. So I think the important thing to highlight here is that this is an industry that is going to do very well overall. There's probably going to be some absolutely huge gainers within this, but you do need to constantly monitor these tokens to ensure that they have regular developments, as the rate of innovation in this industry could mean that something innovative right now is absolutely gazumped by something else just tomorrow. So finger on the pulse are very much important with this, but you obviously have the big boys, the likes of Singularity Net, BitTensor, the ones that I'll be looking to cycle profits into that are higher up the food chain. Well, even these are going to give some amazing trading opportunities. We can see from the sell-off down here, 29 cents up to 48 cents. It was even a 2x straight off the back from Singularity Net, 28 cents to 56 cents in just 4 days is a pretty stunning result by anyone's measure. So fast forward to the highlight later today, which is the PodFast launch at 5 p.m. UTC. So this is a PancakeSwap listing at 5 o'clock later, and then tomorrow it gets a first centralized exchange listing at 5 p.m. on L Bank. Initial market cap $1.95 million. And as we know, this distributes all the tokens at once at the TGE event. So nice to see that there's still a bit of follow through in the AI market as this first AI coin launch of the season for me personally gets underway. And these guys have teamed up with DAOmaker, which is another rather large launch pad with a big number of eyeballs on it to actually be their kind of launch partner and do this dual launch pad approach. So I think this one could be very interesting today. And it was awesome to see that Jeff actually comes out and says this, being ultra honest with people here. If you're looking to get into the PodFast launch straight away, don't do it in the first 20 minutes. What we see with these launches that are on DEX is the bots just buy up all the tokens way faster than you can possibly click the buttons. So they're highly likely to buy up a load of liquidity straight away, drive up the price, and then dump on top of you. He says, let them buy, let the IDO participants sell on them so the bots take a big L, and also pay that community 2% reflection tax. Crush the bots with just a little bit of patience, he says. So if there is FOMO in the air later on today, especially on Twitter, that kind of thing, don't FOMO in straight away. If you do want to get your hands on this, there's probably going to be opportunities once the bots have have been cleared out. So as the big tech companies innovate in the space of AI, we're seeing there's repeated waves of bullishness in the AI coin sector for crypto. So this is yet another reminder to do some research into this sector, because there will be some wild gains along the way. And even if we're not full bull now, it's probably coming after 2024's halving. Well, this is a kind of sector you're going to get those storybook gains from. Of course, not financial advice, but it's pretty clear to see the writing is on the wall with this one. I hope you enjoyed today's content. If you did, smash a like on the video, drop me a comment down below, guys, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace.